So today we're going to look at the first day of chapter 7, and we're going to look at solving trig equations. And all of these we're solving within radians, between 0 and 2 pi. So we want to know for what angle here, we're trying to find the angle, is the sine of x negative 1/2. Well, we know that in any triangle here, the sine of theta is y over 1 is our y value. So where's our y negative 1/2? Well, that would be in the bottom. So we have negative 1/2, negative 1/2. Well, what is our reference angle that's opposite negative 1/2? Well, that's 30. So these actual angles in this quadrant, this would be 210. This would be 330. But we need to answer in radians. So this is 7 times 30. So we know that's 7 pi over 6. And this is 11 times 30. So that's 11 pi over 6. Now this next one, we're told the cosine is negative 1/2. Well, if we go back to our triangle, the cosine, so adjacent over hypotenuse, cosine is the x. So we want the x is negative 1/2. Well, that would be going back this way, and we would have two triangles where our x is negative 1/2. Well, that means up here's 30, so our reference angles are 60. So 180 minus 60, so we're at 120. 180 plus 60, 240. But then we have to turn this into radians. And remember, pi over 3 equals 60 degrees. So we have 120 is equal to 2 times 60. So that's 2 pi over 3. And then 240 is equal to 4 times 60. So we have 4 pi over 3. So the next two we're going to look at, we're going to have to do a little bit more solving here. So how do we solve for the cosecant? So we divide by, or the cosine, divide by 4. So we have the cosine squared of x equals 3/4. To get rid of the square root. So we have plus or minus, and we square root the numerator and the denominator. So it would be the square root of 3 over 2 is our cosine of x. So again, we know that x, so we have the square root of 3 over 2, because cosine is our x, negative root 3 over 2. Opposite is 60, so that means our referent angles have to be 30. So we have 30 degrees, 150 degrees, 180 plus 30, 210, 360 minus 30, 330. So again, we have to remember pi over 6 is 30 degrees. So 30 degrees equals pi over 6, so that's our first one. 150, 5 times 30, so that's 5 pi over 6. 210, 7 times 30, so we have 7 pi over 6. And then 330, 11 times 30, so we have 11 pi over 6. So this next one, square root of 3 divided by the square root of 3. So the tangent of x equals negative 1 over the square root of 3. So tangent, this is a little trickier. It's opposite over adjacent, y over x. So all I know is this is either a 30, 60, 90 or 45, or 30, 60, 90 triangle. It's not a 45, 45. So let's see. If it was 30, we'd have half root 3 over 2, so opposite over adjacent, 1 over the square root of 3. So we got it right that time, but we need it to be negative. So this quadrant's positive over positive, so if it was right here, 1/2 negative root 3 over 2, because we'd have opposite over adjacent, or in this quadrant, because we'd have positive root 3 over 2 and negative 1/2. So then it would be that negative that we need. So we know that this is 30 and 30. So we have, let's see, 150 and 330. So 150, 5 times 30, 5 pi over 6. 330, 11 times 30, so we have 11 pi over 6. And then we're going to take a look at these bottom two here. Oh, all right. So the cosecant of x equals 2. So if it's our cosecant, what do we know? The sine of x is our reciprocal, so negative 1/2. So again, sine is our y, so we have negative half, negative half. These are a lot of 30 degrees here, so what do we have is 210 and 330. So we got 7 times 30, so 7 pi over 6. 11 times 30, so we have 11 pi over 6. And where's the cosine of x equals 0? Well, once again, cosine is our x value. So 0 and 1. 0 and negative 1, because here's our cosine right there, is the x. So we got 90 degrees and 270. Well, 90 I know is pi over 2. So 1, 2, so this is 3 pi over 2.